Well, it's a big month, Older Americans Month, the month of May. Always a pleasure to talk about the greatest things going on. And I love
Don't you?
They're each year they have a different piece. Flip the script on aging. Focus on transforming how society perceives, talks about, and approaches aging.
Right.
But you couldn't say that hits on the money any better this year. I feel like this is the time.
Yeah. I mean, people are starting to perceive, hopefully, or look at aging as, good for you. You're aging well. And aging is a gift.
Right.
I think
it doesn't feel like that all the time. It feels like, could feel like a curse. But also the stereotypes of a senior center or a senior community. Or it is so polar opposite.
It's so hard to flip that. Training. Even one of my board members I was talking to the other day, she said, oh, I'm having a senior moment. I said, don't say that. We're trying to move away from that talk. And I myself say it too. But I was looking, we start our bike trips tomorrow. And I was looking at the registrations and we asked people to put their age. And there were probably, I think we had 12 signed up. And 5 of them were over 79. And 3 of them wanted to go 15 miles or more.
Woo!
Right. And I'm like, this is, this is what we're talking about. This is what people don't think about is it doesn't matter what your age is. People still enjoy being active. They're engaged. I mean, you can be 50 and unhealthy. So it's just, trying to meet folks where they're at, but not to continue to say those things. Like, I'm having a senior moment, or you look so good for your age. And, I need this wrinkle cream, and, let's just age.
Well, yeah, and it may stop you from wanting to go to your local senior center. And again, I think that perception of senior center, it's going to be old people playing bingo, is like your classic, it's the same that I feel like, well, it's just cable TV. No, it's not just cable TV. It is more than that.
Oh, defensive.
But that's what it is, right? I mean, that's the way you feel.
And the other thing is we pull out, we have a database, obviously, that we've collected names over many years. There was... 30, 60, there was at least 160 people over 90. 160. We pulled out, because we get folks from surrounding communities that participate. So we pulled all those out, and we still had over 100
Incredible.
folks. Isn't that? And then I looked at last year's photo, because we highlight the 90-plus-year-olds, and I don't know if you recall, there was at least 30 or 35 people there.
That's what I thought. I was reading the story there, and as I was reading, I was like, I think they had 30. Maybe they had more.
I think we had a few more, because we had to go make little
regardless.
gifts. And looking at them, they all were just these beautiful, healthy-looking, Again, let's just celebrate that.
Well, I'll say one more thing.
Yes.
We recently retaped one of the exercise classes,
Oh,
and the teacher or the instructor in there, asked everybody about their age, because I'm sitting in the middle, not exercising, watching everybody as taping. They're all heckling me like, "Why don't you should move like this?" I'm like, I don't know if I can move like 75. They're bending better than I'm bending, and I'm like, man,
it's impressive.
Yeah. So I mean, it's active, it's awesome. And again, we talk about this all the time. Our place is second to none. And I think it's
there it is. Thank you.
I think it's because you recognize and have recognized for a long time that it's more than a senior center. It's a community center. It's a community-based,
social,
organization.
Health, emotional. It's all there. One-stop shopping. But yeah. So go back into that. If you want to come to the 90-year-old party, it's not 90-year. It's celebrating older Americans. We particularly highlight those 90 and over with the photograph and a small gift. But it's open to everybody. But we need your reservation by, let's see, it's Wednesday the 14th. So Tuesday, the 13th by 9 a.m.
Well, you don't want to miss out. Pulled pork sandwich. I mean, that just sounds pretty tasty.
And that caterer is amazing. The meal today looked lovely.
Well, there you go. All right, get signed up, and if not, just come out and check it out, because it's pretty cool to meet it. And ask people like, "What's the trick?" That's what I'd be. What's the trick?
Healthy attitude that's a lot of it. I love.
Well, I would agree, 100%. Speaking of community, the pancake breakfast had happened, and another great turnout and another great opportunity for you guys to showcase not only the center itself, but just how much of a community you are.
Wasn't it fun? And thank you for coming out and getting footage for that. Thank you, FEC TV.
We brought the fam out. We all.
I know, it was
the
lovely.
fam loves fam sucker for pancakes. pancakes. I mean,
oh yeah, who isn't really?
Right?
You know,
It's true. It's
but
true.
no, what a great! I think this is the first year that I didn't really grind it out working too hard. I was being very social. And it was so fun to engage with all different ages. I mean, tables of 20-plus-year-old guys, you know, young families came out, which was so fun to see. And to hear the conversations of, especially with the little kids, like, oh my gosh, that's my teacher. Or, oh, you know, little so-and-so, she's in my class. And just that bringing of the community together. I think that we finally hit that stride. That's what we always wanted to do. And it's a well-known, well-advertised event,
Very true.
and it just paid off. And it was just such a great day.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah,
And,
602.
602.
That's
So a
what
little
we
bit more
served.
than last year.
A little more than last year, and huge thanks to the Friends, Leslie Hall, who led up this event, and all those volunteers. Amazing, and Mandy did a great job of putting them where they needed to be, because that's a lot of mixing pancake dough and our batter and all that. It's just a lot behind the scenes. So
It is. It really is. I know when doing the interview there, I asked her at the end, she's like, I think what's cool is people that I told actually showed up. You know, like she just was so taken back by, you know, we told people about it. And you never know if they're going to show up. And she's like, they're here.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, you missed out, but guess what?
We'll have a Brat Fest
It'll be coming back.
in August.
Man,
and
that sells out way too fast.
well, we weren't prepared at how popular. And last year we had 100 brats go like nobody's biz. So,
yeah, I didn't even step out of the build. Like, I'm in the building waiting to get over there, and it wasn't even an hour.
None of us got any.
Yeah.
One poor lady said, I don't know. They gave me a gluten-free or a tofu brat. So we'll have more this year. We'll be well prepared.
Gotcha. All right. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. Some other fun programming coming up. We'll start with a hand surgeon is coming in.
Right.
Dr. Brian Christie is coming in to discuss some common hand injuries. Pretty interesting.
I think it makes sense. Obviously, a lot of people have carpal tunnel from doing a lot of things, but, you know, with all the pickleball folks these days and other things like that, even just, you know, any constant movement, knitting and crocheting and sewing. But yeah, so kind of exciting to have Dr. Brian Christie come in Wednesday, May 21st at 11.
And if that wasn't enough, you could walk with a doc.
Oh, isn't that cool?
What a cool program.
So this is a national program, actually. I was reading about it, but we got approached by Dr. Wendy Malaska, Dedicated Family Care right here in Fitchburg. And she is going to be the doc that meets at McKee Park at 9 a.m. the first Saturday of each month. It's kind of housed under the Wisconsin Medical Society. So I don't know if Dr. Wendy will always be that doctor there or if they'll rotate and stuff, but what a cool opportunity to be healthy, get exercise, and, you know, ask just little questions that you don't want to make a doctor appointment for.
Right.
And I just think that's such a great win-win program.
Yeah, you pick the brain of the doctor. I mean, why not?
Right.
I mean, I think, like, when I think of, like, Dr. Zorba-Pastor, when he came into his project, people just want to ask questions.
They just want to ask
know.
questions, yep.
You know, and I think that's what makes him popular, is he just wants to tell you everything that you want to know.
Exactly.
You know, it just works. So,
yeah. So
all right,
super
take
cool.
advantage as you can.
Yeah.
All right, changing gears, but, you know, same great programming here. You've got a Q&A session coming up with the city assessor.
Yeah.
It's not a lunch and learn. I was like, wow, is this a lunch and learn?
We can't even
no.
squeeze anybody in the lunch and learns because Janice has got that thing booked out through almost December, I think.
Yep.
So Chris, the city assessor, approached us by doing sort of a educational program just about your taxes, and I think it's very timely. I know that, you know, there was a lot of, tension, discussion about taxes this year and people's taxes going up. So he really wants to just help educate the community about why they raise them, where those taxes go, and talk about what's going to happen this year, the ongoing reevaluations. And so I think that was great that he approached us. So we're going to do 2 programs on May 12th at 11 and then at 5:30. So if people, you know, can get off work early, because this is really for the whole community.
Right.
So come on out, take advantage of just educating yourself about what's going on with your taxes.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's good discussion, definitely. And Chris will anser all the questions, or he'll research it too if he doesn't know. I mean, he's not afraid to do some digging.
He's not afraid. I was like, you sure?
Everybody's always like, oh, they're all afraid to talk to me. He's like, I'll talk to you. I'll answer any questions. That's the part of their role. So.
Yep, I love it. So yeah, that's a good one.
And then I guess leaning into the lunch and learn, since we kind of discussed it again, she's got a full schedule.
Such a full schedule. May 21st. 31st, we have Just Dane, and they just offer opportunities to support people on all sort of areas. So come and listen to that. And then June, look ahead, we have the ADRC, which is the Adult Disability Resource Center. We collaborate with them. They do short-term case management, benefit counseling. We do the long-term case management. So you can learn about that resource if you need to sign up for Medicaid, family care, that kind of stuff. And then on the 18th, she has Young's coming, tips and tricks.
Young's Garden.
Young's. I always say Young's or Jung's.
Young's. I think it's Young's. I always said Young's, so I could be 100% wrong.
I don't think so. I think it's Young's. So they'll be here on the 18th. So yeah, fun summer lineup with more good stuff coming down the pike.
And finally, farmers market. You have that info available to qualifying folks if they want to pick up some fresh produce.
Yep, exactly. So this happens every year, and this is through the Area Agency on Aging, and it's really federal funds. I think through the USDA funds. But these are farmers market vouchers at $25 each. For people that qualify, a single person, you have to be under 28,000. And so you can get vouchers and take them and use them at any area farmers market. It doesn't mean every single vendor will take that. The vendors will have something displayed. To
indicate.
Yeah, that indicates they do. But you actually have to call the county to sign up for that, and all the information is on the back page of our newsletter. Or you can just call Shannon Gabriel at the county. There's a phone number. So great program. Why not take advantage of it?
All right, Jill. Happy spring. Next time we're going to be turning summer and going fast. So there we go. Yeah. And patio open and ready?
Well, I got it on my list of to-dos. Like, how do we open that patio? Is that another party? Like, I spent a lot of time planning parties. But yes, we will open the patio with some fun thing in June.
Shindig coming.
Got ideas, let me know.
Gotcha. Well, I'll just be there. Whatever it is, just sit out there and have some fun. All right, Jill, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.